What's good, y'all? Y'all is in it with Quan, you feel me? And in today's video, I have chapter 6 of Selling 55 Ways to Stay Motivated and Increase Sales in Volatile Times. This is Selling in a Crisis by Blount. In this chapter, it says, be grateful for adversity. It was late on a blazing hot afternoon summer, deep in the middle of nowhere in eastern Colorado. A one-lane dirt road stretched as far as I could see. I had just passed on an old wooden sign covered in vines carved into what was the old Amache. As the car picked up speed, a dust plume rose behind me, obscuring everything in my rearview mirror. It seemed like I'd been driving forever when the road abruptly came to a dead end, except for a small tin-roofed pavilion that housed historical signs and placards. There was nothing. No other cars, no other people, only silence. I walked over to the pavilion, started reading the markers, and immediately became engrossed in the story of Amache. So engrossed that I didn't hear the car pull up behind me or next to mine. Didn't hear a person walk up behind me and was startled by a frail voice that said, "I was here." I whirled around to find an elderly man leaning on a cane. "Excuse me," I muttered. "I was here," he said again. "Here?" I responded, pointing at the ground. He nodded. "Yes, I was brought here as a child." The man began telling me the story of how he and his family had been ripped from their home in Southern California, put on a train, and shipped to Amache, a Japanese internment camp during the early part of World War II. Even though there was nothing left of the camp, we walked along the worn pathways in the scrub brush, and he drew a vivid picture of what Amache was like when y'all let me know if I'm saying that right, was like when he was there as a young child. As he walked, he talked, and I listened. I asked him if he and his family were bitter and angry about their own country's despicable betrayal. He said, "We were angry, but not bitter. We never talked about it like that. Instead, we used the experience as motivation to raise ourselves up and become as successful in America as we possibly could." They lost everything. They had to start from scratch and rebuild their lives all over again after the war, while being treated as third-class citizens and enduring prejudice, racism, and hate. But in his words, we took advantage of our opportunities, and that's how we got ahead. It made us stronger. He'd built a successful business that became the foundation for his children's success. 3 were doctors, 1 a dentist, and the other a successful entrepreneur. After an hour or so, our conversation reached the awkward point where 2 strangers who'd become instant friends but would likely never see each other again had to say goodbye. I thanked him for teaching me about Amache. When I reached out to shake his hand, he wrapped his arms around me and gave me a hug. As he stepped back, tears were trickling down his face. As I left Amache and turned back onto the paved road, it hit me how profound the experience had been. I felt so fortunate to have had such a rare opportunity to walk through his story with someone who'd participated in it. The conversation inspired me to learn more. A year later, I found myself in Japan at Hiroshima and Nagasaki on a personal quest to understand the war in the Pacific and how it led to the decision to lock up American citizens in internment camps like Amache. I didn't find any answers that made sense. What kept coming back to me, though, were the old man's words and spirit of gratitude. The real lesson to the answers I'd been seeking had been right in front of me all along. We are not defined by our circumstances, but rather by how we respond to them. Adversity is inescapable. It's also our most important teacher. In moments of adversity, you can choose to believe that the world is conspiring against you, or that your present circumstances is an opportunity to learn and grow. Gratitude is the secret sauce of success and happiness. It is the cornerstone of a winning mindset and the spark that ignites self-motivation and drive. Bitterness, cynicism, and entitlement cannot grow where gratitude is present. I received that. It's a quick quote by Marla Gibbs. "I truly believe that everything that we do and everyone that we meet is put in our path for a purpose. There are no accidents. We're all teachers. If we're willing to pay attention to the lessons we learn, trust our positive instincts, and not be afraid to take risks or wait for some miracle to come knocking at our door." I received that. Man, and that was chapter 6 of 55 Ways to Stay Motivated by Blount. Y'all let me know what you think about what I read. I think it was pretty deep and profound. How life, like how I said in my last video, how life be lifing, but you know, it just depends how we receive the circumstances that happen to us. And so, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all been zenning with Quan, you feel me? I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.